I had a print background. So when I was in college, I wrote for the newspaper, and I worked for I covered the international stories. So any of the international students who had issues with, anything from financial aid to, getting into certain classes, I would cover their issues because they really didn't have a voice. And so, again, my background is print, and when I came in here and I started WLOX, the web is really basically like print. So, so it was really kind of an easy transition, and I took every opportunity that I was given when I came in here, and I knew when I started that I wanted to be on air. That was my whole goal, but I knew that I didn't have the training or the resume tape that I needed. So, so what I did was, while I was working as a web producer, I would put in extra time on my weekends, and I would go out with the reporters, I would sit and watch the anchors, and I would just learn everything I could until I was able to get an opportunity like reporting.
So I teach students who want to be where you are today. So give me your best advice, and if you can, tell me what skills we need to have now.
Okay. Well, definitely you want to take in, like I said earlier, every opportunity. Even if it looks like something that really won't help you right now, I think everything, learning anything you can, and not just focusing on your broadcast journalism classes or your journalism classes, your print journalism classes, whatever. You want to also kind of have a knowledge of other things as well, so that maybe, say for instance, you go to a news station and you're the education reporter. Well, maybe you took a few education classes while you were in college because that's what interests you, and now when you go and you do education reporting, you kind of bring a little bit more to the viewers. So I think that's kind of a big thing. If I could go back to college, I would have minored in business instead of minoring in drama, because I really enjoy covering business. Mm-hmm. So, and I think that would have really helped me here easier, especially. But also, a lot of people, I tell people this all the time too, is I was asked to take on, when I first started here as, a junior employee, a peon kind of, I was asked to take on volunteer work, because as any broadcast station, you are required to maintain a certain amount of volunteer hours in the community in order to keep your FCC license. And so we have to do so many things for the community, volunteer work. And one of the things we do is United Way. And so I was asked when I first started to take on the United Way, and a lot of people said, "Oh my God, you're going to do that? That's so much work. Why are you doing that? You're already doing the web producing. You're doing all this other stuff. Why are you doing that?" And I said, "Well, because nobody else wants to do it, so what? I'll do it." And I remember being really discouraged, because I was like, man, I'm doing all of this work. I'm doing the United Way, but that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because I got to meet other people in the news building. I got to meet the general manager, have a one-on-one with him, and a lot of people who start, they don't get that one-on-one, but you do when you take on other things. So, take on all opportunities, do the things that a lot of people aren't willing to do, and that will really make you shine. When I did my internship, I went above and beyond. I was just kind of ready and waiting for anything that they had. Election season is a really good time to do an internship. I'll say that, because you get a lot of training, and that's when you're really going to be pushed to the max.